coming hard.
I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens, baby.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
He got a bicycle. I'm gonna eat his ass.
I'm here to get it on with the big boys.
His hand like the Big Johnson.
From anal bleeding. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. Welcome to yet another episode of Wrestling All Day. And today we have quite a bit to cover here in the 15 minutes that we're given every Thursday. But I'm going to start off with the fact that there is no Dynamite this week. There was no Dynamite last night, so I cannot cover anything that happened on AEW Dynamite because it did not happen. There was no AEW Dynamite last night, so don't ask me to cover it because I can't. So, we're going to start with Monday. Of course, we had Monday Night Raw, and actually we should start with SmackDown because SmackDown happened first. So we should start with SmackDown before we get over to Monday Night Raw. But, yeah, it's been kind of crazy in the world of WWE. The King of the Ring and the Queen's Crown Tournament both going to be having their finals in Saudi Arabia. Of course, we have for WWE SmackDown, all aiming towards Crown Jewel. Of course, we know Brock Lesnar will take on Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. We've got Becky Lynch defending against Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship at Crown Jewel. Now, here's my problem with that. The only SmackDown woman on there is Sasha Banks. So, does that automatically guarantee that Sasha Banks is going to win? Or are we going to see this stupid wildcard rule come back and see the SmackDown Women's Champion on Raw and the Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown? I don't know. I don't agree with how it was booked. I think it was dumb. But we have the Queen's Crown Tournament kind of heating up. We have the King of the Ring Tournament kind of heating up. And of course, we got the build-up with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief of the WWE, set to take on the Beast, the Conqueror, for the Universal Championship. This will be actually, I think, the third time that Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns have faced each other in Saudi. I could be wrong on that one. I know they fought inside a cage match, and I believe they had one more match in Saudi before this. So this will be the second or third time they fought in Saudi. But I want to start now with Monday Night Raw. Because I have two of the biggest matches on Monday Night Raw heading into Crown Jewel is that women's triple threat match and Big E and Drew McIntyre. So, both the Usos versus Big E and Drew McIntyre and Becky Lynch and Charlotte versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair both ended in a disqualification. Now, I know you really can't have people losing matches. You want to make everybody look strong heading into the pay-per-view, especially a Saudi show. But constant disqualifications and roll-ups week in and week out are absolutely fucking atrocious. But of course, we had the King of the Ring finals, King of the Ring quarterfinals. Xavier Woods advancing, and I would like to see Woods go all the way, but I believe we're going to be seeing King Mahal for the next year and a half. So good luck with that one. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander of the Hurt Business defeating Mustafa Ali and Mansoor. At least that didn't end on a fucking disqualification. Shayna Baszler defeated Dana Brooke to advance. That match was only 1 minute and 22 seconds. Bobby Lashley, of course, calling out Goldberg. Austin Theory, here it is right here, defeated Jeff Hardy with that schoolboy pin. I just constantly see these roll-ups. Same thing with Doudrop and Natalya. Fucking Doudrop. What a stupid fucking name for a wrestler. Especially now that she's not with Ava Marie anymore. You'd think she would go back to being Piper or Viper, Niven, or whatever the hell she was. But fucking Doudrop, seriously? I cannot take any wrestler named fucking Doudrop seriously. It's like fucking Walter. I can't take any man, no matter how big you are, named Walter, seriously. But she defeated via pinfall after a slap and a roll-up So yet another roll-up. So we had a schoolboy, a roll-up, 2 disqualification finishes. Oh my god. Y'all really want me to watch this every week and cover this? Oh, good god. Alright, let's get off Monday Night Raw before I get a bad taste in my mouth. We're going to go now to NXT 2.0. Apparently that's what it's going to be called for the rest of time, apparently. I thought it was just going to be NXT 2.0 for like that one night, but it is NXT 2.0, like, completely. So, yeah, we had NXT 2.0, a no disqualification match, B-Fab taking on Elektra Lopez, and that match was won by Lopez. I'm just going to try to cover, like, the big matches that happened. MSK, of course. The NXT Tag Team Champions. They went up against... let's see here. I don't remember actually who they went up against. Let me check my notes. The Grizzled Young Veterans. Right here, yes. They challenged anyone to step up. Grizzly Young Veterans came out, and I'm over the Grizzled Young Veterans. I've been over them since they fucking debuted back in like 2018 or whatever it was. But yeah, and then we have, of course, your Women's Tag Team Championships, and I cannot think of a title I care about less in NXT than the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. I don't care for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. I never cared for those fucking belts. And I think they're an absolute joke to begin with. Just for reasons of the fact that, you know, it's to give more people titles, I get it, but, like, not everybody needs a championship. And when you fired half of your women's division and broke up the rest of your teams, it's kind of hard to have tag team champions when the Iconics, the Riot Squad, all these teams got broken up and just kind of shipped off. Mandy Rose left Dana Brooke and went to NXT, and now she's with the Toxic Attraction, who should be the tag team champions. But, of course, Shirai and Stark picked up the win and retained their titles. The NXT Cruiserweight Championship, Roderick Strong defeated Grayson Waller. And I can't lie, I don't actually know much about Grayson Waller outside of NXT 2.0. But Roderick Strong was able to beat him and come away with the win. And then, of course, the Index honeymoon continued, and we're not even going to worry about that. And another thing, Austin Theory is on NXT. So here's my question. What the fuck is going on with the whole thing with the draft? Austin Theory was drafted to Monday Night Raw. But the draft doesn't take place until, or the draftees don't officially come over until October 22nd. So what the fuck is Austin Theory doing on Raw? I guess it doesn't count for NXT. I don't know. I really don't know. But we're already seeing Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair every week on Raw. So I guess the fact that it quote unquote doesn't take over until October 22nd doesn't mean fucking shit. But then again, it's WWE, so nothing ever does mean any fucking thing there, because nothing they do anymore makes fucking sense. And no, this is not me knocking, I mean, it is me knocking on WWE, and I'm not going to sit there, and I'm not going to put over AEW, and act like AEW doesn't have their flaws, because they do too. But god fucking damn it, how the hell am I supposed to enjoy this shit when nothing makes sense? How are we supposed to enjoy anything on a weekly basis when none of it makes any fucking sense? But I digress. It's WWE. It's how they've always done business. It's always how they're going to do business. Nothing we can say, nothing we can do is going to change that. But something needs to change soon, because it's getting pretty unbearable. And this is coming from somebody who's a fucking WWE lifer. You know, I started watching when I was 3, and I'm 24 now. So, I mean, this is kind of like a sad time. Like, WWE's had bad times before, but this is unprecedented, just awful shit. I mean, SmackDown's been pretty good. I'll give SmackDown I'll give them their flowers. They've been pretty good. especially with the Roman Reigns storyline and the Tribal Chief and all that shit. But man, WWE wrestling in general anymore is just becoming harder and harder to watch for me. And that's why I stick with my independence. That's why I stick with PPW, like I was telling you guys in the last episode, a local fed of mine. That's why I stick with WXW, a local fed of mine. MLW just had Fightland back in Philly, and they're going to have the War Chamber in Philadelphia next month. Hammerstone's going to be defending, I don't think he's going to be defending his title, but it's going to be a 4-on-4 cage match, kind of like War Games, but it's going to be one cage, I believe, instead of 2 rings. So the War Chamber, Hammerstone, and his crew versus Contra Unit. Whoever they decide to bring into the group for Contra Unit. I know Joseph Samael and Jacob Batu are going to be involved in that. But we got about 4 minutes left, and I do want to talk about our sponsor again last week, and I thank them again this week for sponsoring us. Etsy.com/shop/C Lake Creations for Crystal Lake Creations. They make Friday the 13th custom masks and horror art, and they are available on Etsy and now available on eBay. So make sure you give Crystal Lake Creations a follow on Instagram at Crystal_Lake_Creations on Instagram. But ladies and gentlemen, there's about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here. So again, I do want to put over the fact that my local fed PPW next month, November 13th, exactly 30 days from today, there will be PPW Traditions, and there are going to be some big names coming in. Davey Richards is coming in for a 30-minute Iron Man match with KC Navarro. Carlito will be there, courtesy of KH Promotions, and it's going to be an all-around good show. Of course, World Champion Bro Keller is going to be there. The Tag Team Champion South Philly's Finest will be there. The No Limits Champion Rembrandt will be there. The Women's Champion Adina Steele will be there. So make sure, if you're in the area, Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania, if you're in that area, come check out PPW, one of the hottest rising Pennsylvania promotions in recent memory. And no, I'm not getting paid again to say that. I decided just to kind of give them their flowers as well. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Wrestling All Day. Hopefully next time I come to you guys, we have a little bit more time to discuss things, because I would love to actually sit here and discuss things more in detail, but I only get 15 minutes a shot here, so I'm going to have to work it around a schedule. So next time I come to you guys, I should have more time, hopefully around 45 minutes or so next time, and we'll actually get a decent covering episode in. Also, I take requests for certain episodes, and I'm going to be making a Patreon very, very soon. If you'd like to support that, it'd be greatly appreciated. It'll only be $1 to support my Patreon. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. That'll be coming in the next couple of weeks, as well as our YouTube channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wrestling All Day. It's all day, every day, and that's the way to live. So, thank you guys, and I'll catch you next week for more Wrestling All Day.